Okay, I think it is going through now. I've got a sock on my head. My pillow. Nice comfy pillow to lie back on. So I think it is going through now, okay. And I can see people coming on, which is good. Let's jump into it and take a look at where things are. Let's refresh. So we get the latest prices on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin did go up and cross the 10K mark that we mentioned in the last live stream. If we look back here, this was the video, the live stream last Saturday. You can see this was the downtrend line that we had drawn, or that I had drawn, to say that this is where I wanted it to break above, which was between the 9 and 10,000 level. And then we did say that 10,000 was that big psychological level that we needed Bitcoin to break. And then if you come back to the chart here now, you can see this is the same line. I have not deleted it yet. We can see that we did break above it. So it was over here, that last video. We did come up, we tested it here and it failed, it came down, and then we burst up through it. So 10K is that level now that we need to, it's going to test it, it's going to sit around there for a little while, and then what we really want to see is it pushing right up above that. So you can see if we come in, zoom in on it, let's do the hour. So you can see there's our 10K level. So we did come up above it last night, and now we are down slightly below it, up, down, and that's what we're going to see. It's going to test this level, because when you come back to the day chart, you can see that before it actually came fully down through the 10K level, it came down, it tested it, it went up, it came down and tested it twice here. These are individual days, each of these candles. Came down, tested it, up, down, up, and again it got support here, and then again it finally came down and it smashed down through it. So what we're looking for now is for the steady upward trend. I wouldn't call it an upward trend just yet. I would say we have just broken out of the big downtrend, and now we are hopefully going to see it go into, like Crypto Dave says, a solid uptrend, for that it's not going to have them wild swings like within a few days here we had a crazy drop. Now you will hear people talk about at the minute, they'll talk about the W formation that we haven't seen yet, and that Bitcoin is going to come back down. And what they mean by that is, if you look at it here, you come on down to make your W, we've kind of got a bit of a V here at the minute. To form the W, it would have to drop back down again to that 7,000, even 6,000 level before it goes on its major bull run. For me personally, I hope that we won't see it coming back down to the 6,000-7,000 level. But that is what people are talking about when they say about the W formation that has not shown itself yet on the market. So we'll wait and see on that one. For me, it doesn't really matter what has happened. I haven't sold Bitcoin. I've held my Bitcoin. Well, I did sell a small bit of Bitcoin. I sold some to buy into the likes of Litecoin, Cardano, and Tron. They were the only ones that I really bought over the last 2 weeks. Last week in the live stream, I was talking about, where are we gone? So last week in the live stream, I was talking about Litecoin and how I had bought some in the previous days. I really hope some of you got onto Litecoin after that. If we look at Litecoin against Bitcoin, since that live stream last week, you can see Litecoin is up 25, nearly 26% on Bitcoin. So as well as getting the gains on Bitcoin, I'm also getting the gains on Litecoin as well. So the increase in value in Litecoin against Bitcoin has been very nice. Cardano, which I bought about 2 weeks ago maybe, hasn't been just as nice. It's going down against Litecoin, but I bought more Litecoin than I did Cardano. And then the other one was Tron, so it's up slightly against Bitcoin. So that means that you're getting a little bit more than if you had to just hold in Bitcoin. But again, if you're holding Bitcoin for the long term like I am, always look at any alts that you buy into, look at them against Bitcoin rather than looking at them like Litecoin's up at, where is it in USD now? It's up around 220, is it? So it's up at 225 basically now. And look at what it is against Bitcoin rather than what it is against the dollar. Yeah, Cardano is really struggling to get back on track. I'm kind of watching it to see what it does. You can see in the last 7 days it's up in USD, but that is more so to do with Bitcoin price going up rather than the value of Cardano. So let's wait and see where it goes. I did buy fairly low as well, so I'm around my break-even point on it at the minute, so I'm not that worried about it yet. I'm in low. My average buy price is low enough. So we'll wait and see where it goes. The actual project has potential. Whether they can fulfill that or not, we'll have to wait and see. So the other big talking point at the minute is about Litecoin. So a lot of people talking about Litecoin and the Litecoin Fork into Litecoin Cash. So I did do a full video on that yesterday, showing you exactly what my plans for that are. I'm using the Exodus wallet. I'm basically creating a dummy Exodus wallet. I've already done it. I've already put my Litecoin into that one. As soon as the fork is over, I will pull the Litecoin out of that wallet, put them back onto the Trezor, and then once they're back onto that, I can then take the private keys of the wallet that they were in during the fork and then use that to claim my Litecoin Cash. So look, Charlie Lee is saying that Litecoin Cash is a scam and anything with Litecoin in the name of it is going to be a scam, that it's not part of the official team. But it's just like Bitcoin. You have Bitcoin Cash. It's just another fork. It's something that happens. Other people with the Litecoin Cash, there is none of the Litecoin team are actually involved in this fork. It is something completely new. I think they would have been better if they had changed the name away from Litecoin Cash, but not much we can do about that. Do I think they'll have a big dump? I think they might have a small dump, but I wouldn't worry about it longer term. We are getting Litecoin, I think, is a good coin for the longer term. There might be a slight decline in it, but not as much as we have seen in other altcoins. When other altcoins have gone for a fork, you see people piling in the week before, the few days before, and then all of a sudden, as soon as the fork happens, then everyone exits. Everyone just dumps the coin. I don't think we're going to see that to that high of a degree with Litecoin. Look, I could be wrong, but personally, I won't be dumping my Litecoin. I had actually bought the Litecoin before I heard about the fork. It's just good timing, I suppose, then, that the fork is coming, so that's pushing the price up, and I will get Litecoin Cash. Whether Litecoin Cash will be worth anything, I really don't know. People asking me yesterday, what do I think it'll be worth? And it's hard to tell because they are giving, with a lot of other forks, what you get is you get 1 for 1. But with Litecoin Cash, they're giving you 10 Litecoin Cash for every 1 Litecoin you own. So in turn, that is going to bring the price of Litecoin Cash down even lower. So we might see something around the $1 to $5, potentially up to 10, but I don't see much higher. It depends on what the development work they actually do. A lot of people will just dump the coin straight away. And if we get a half decent price, I will be inclined to dump my Litecoin Cash as well. That's the thoughts on Litecoin. If you look at Litecoin here on the day chart, it is booming at the minute. So again, we will see a small bit of a decline once the fork happens. The fork is set for, they think, on the 18th of February. So it's based on an actual block time. And so look at the block. Litecoin Cash, right. So this is the Litecoin Cash side. So you can see that this is the block that it is set to happen on. And the time that they are estimating is 9:30 on Sunday evening. So I wouldn't be moving my coins out until Monday evening or maybe even Tuesday morning until it's 100% confirmed that the fork has happened. And then hopefully they will have their wallets up here that you can start using the wallets and claim them then. Yeah, Charlie Lee is saying that it's a scam. Basically, look, it could be a scam, but what makes me think that it's not a scam is here's the guys who are behind it. So if this was a scam, these guys would not be showing themselves who they actually are. Charlie Lee is saying it's a scam because it's nothing to do with the actual Litecoin that is there. So if you look at Electronium, was a fork of Monero. So again, they could have come out and called that a scam because it was using all their code base and everything like that. And that's just what happens with cryptocurrencies. Anyone can come in and actually call any fork a scam, or anyone can come in and actually fork a lot of these coins because the code for them is all open source. So a lot of people can come in, copy the code and set up their own coin if they wanted to. That's the thoughts on Litecoin Cash anyway. For me, it's worth trying to get it as long as you play it safe. Follow the steps I have here, or there's other people have shown you how to do it with the Litecoin wallets. Roger. Okay, so I don't know if there's any other questions on the markets today. So we can see overall we are looking nice on Bitcoin finally, and in general the market is up. There's a few coins down over 7 days, which anything that's down over 7 days, it isn't good to see if coins are still down when Bitcoin is actually gone up. So Nano is down because of the hack and a lot of people dumping. Yep, free is always good. If they're going to give me 10 free Litecoin Cash for every one Litecoin I have, then I'm not going to say no. What else is down? Nano seems to be the biggest one down over 7 days in the top coins anyway. Don't know what. DJX, don't know. Truth Watcher says nothing is free, it's a red flag. Well, you could say the same for when Bitcoin, anytime the Bitcoin Fork, so it's the one that has had the most forks. When you had Bitcoin Cash, they gave Bitcoin Cash for free to everyone, and the same with Bitcoin Gold, everyone got their Bitcoin Gold. The reason that it's free is because what they do is they take a complete snapshot of the blockchain as it is at a certain block number, and then everyone who owned Bitcoin at the time of the fork or at the time of the snapshot will actually have that replicated over, and they will own the same amount of coins in the new coin because the new coin is using the exact same blockchain. So that is why it is. Z Classic is having a fork as well. Yep, that is Z Classic. Yeah, so Z Classic is another one that's having a fork at the minute. I don't own any. I know a lot of people have been going in trying to buy it. I do think Z Classic is one that will get dumped after it has its fork. They are given, that's the one that's with Bitcoin I think as well, where they're giving you, if you own, I think it's if you own Bitcoin you get one of the new one, and the same if you own Z Classic you get one as well. So that's why a lot of people are stocking up on Z Classic. Let's have a look at how it's grown. I would say it is only up, yeah, so you can see here it was way down and it's had a huge spike here with people getting prepared for that fork. I think that one's happening in March though. I don't think it's in February. I can't fully remember the dates on it. Will Neo and Lisk affect ADA future? Yep, they definitely will, because they're all creating ecosystems. So it's not just like other coins where they have one specific value. All of them ones are creating actual ecosystems where you can run full projects, ICOs. Neo is looking very nice right now. Neo is one that I think for this year we could see it creeping up another, maybe double, triple what it is at the minute. It's starting to show a lot of potential. We're starting to see ICOs running on Neo. We're starting to see a lot of different applications being developed in the Neo ecosystem. So that is all good for the growth of Neo. Whole Litecoin, but it's on Coinbase. I guess all of those that have, yeah, so anyone who has, now I don't think Lite or Coinbase have made any official announcement on it, but generally they don't let you get the fork. They will keep whatever coins come in, because when you have your coins on Coinbase, then what happens is they own the private keys. You don't actually have access to the private keys, and it's the private keys that you want to claim the coins. So with Exodus, with that video that I done here, I show how to actually get the private keys from Exodus. What you could do if you wanted to is set up an Exodus wallet on your desktop, transfer in the coins from Coinbase. You would need to do it today or tomorrow. Transfer in the coins to Exodus. Once the fork has taken place, and only after it has taken place, then send your coins back into Coinbase and then take out the private keys of Exodus in order to claim your Litecoin Cash. But make sure, anyone who's doing it, make sure that you only ever take out the private keys when you are never going to use that wallet again. So that Exodus wallet that you give away basically give away the private keys to Litecoin Cash, because with their wallet you have to import the private key, and then that is going to check what coins you owned at the time of the fork and then give you your Litecoin Cash. So never use that Exodus wallet for Litecoin again. You can use it for other coins but not for Litecoin. So that's why personally I've just set up a dummy one that I can throw away after this. Feel like ADA will be left behind there. Yeah, they are slow. And they are getting left behind at the minute. I'm kind of watching it. Whether I'm going to hold my Cardano long term or not, I don't know at the minute. It's one that I could potentially just dump it fairly soon. Let's see where the actual market looks like. So actually you said, Dave, you bought at 39 cents, so you are around break even in terms of USD at the minute. I'm not sure what Bitcoin price you bought at, but USD you're okay. So you can see we are trying to find some support down around here. Whether hopefully it can find support, they can get their marketing together, get the good features of their platform out there, and then we might be able to see a rise in it then. But right now they are struggling. So you can see this as well. This is something I like to keep an eye on. Last week, come on back up. See, that was 1,542 coins. That was down to 1,500 coins only a few days ago. So there's 40 new coins put onto CoinMarketCap in the last few days. There are new coins coming out all the time. So make sure if you are joining any of them, that's nice to see, back over 10k while we're on this. If you're joining any of the ICOs or anything like that, make sure you look into them and know exactly what they're about before you get into them. There is a lot of ICOs, people screaming about different ICOs. This is the next whatever, this is the next whatever. Always do your own research. And when you are doing your research, if you come across videos on YouTube, sometimes I do them on different ICOs, lots of other people do them as well. Never take one person's opinion or one blog post opinion as the absolute, this is exactly how it is, and take that as your own opinion. Check out a few of them and then make your own decision. Are you happy with it? Look, I'm not a financial advisor. Most people I would say on YouTube aren't either. So you have to do your own research and make sure you're happy. Use whatever I generally give as my opinion. You can use that as part of your research and do the same with anyone else. Never use them as your one solid source of information. Even ones that I get into, ones that other people get into, we get it wrong as well. We are investing our own. Make sure as well actually that if you're getting into an ICO that someone is talking about, someone's promoting on YouTube, make sure it's one that they are actually personally putting their money into as well, and not one that they're just talking about and not putting their own money where their mouth is. No worries, Truth Watcher. Cheers for subscribing. Anyone else who's watching and this is the first of my videos, don't forget to subscribe as well and give the video a like if you're getting any value from it. So look, it seems we are not picking up that many people today or questions, so we might wrap it up fairly soon. We'll give it another few minutes and see how it goes. So look where we are. So over here we are still down below the 10k level, and on CoinMarketCap we are above the 10. But again, this is taking the average price of the different exchanges, whereas this one here, I think this chart, yeah, this chart is for Poloniex. So that's why it's slightly down below it. Torncoin Exchange opening at 1 to 2. Yeah, I've heard different rumors of different prices. 1 to 2 seems to be the standard price. A lot of people are saying that they have come out and said that they will not be setting a price. The price will be set by the users, like any ICO or anything like that that we've got into in the past. My own personal approach will be to get out my seed capital as early as possible, and then we can have a look at where the market's going then and decide then what to do with the rest of the funds that are in there, because I did go fairly heavy into it. So again, I want to recoup that capital plus some profit, and then we can let the rest sit there and see where it goes. So that is really it, guys. Actually, the other one that I did buy that I forgot to say earlier was Ethereum, but I don't think it's doing that well against Bitcoin. Let's see. Yeah, so Ethereum is down against Bitcoin, but again, Ethereum was one that I was stockpiling for the long term. Yeah, it's good that they aren't going to push the price way up, because when we've seen with other ICOs, when they hit exchanges, when they hit internal exchanges and they try and set this price, the minimum floor price, what happens is no one actually sells. So you're far better off, let the market decide what the coin is worth. If it's worth 1 cent or if it's worth $10 or whatever it's worth, let the market decide what they're willing to buy and sell based on supply and demand. So Populous has made a nice bottom. Yeah, it was fairly low there, wasn't it, when we looked? Oh, Populous is up basically 18% in the last 24 hours. Yeah, so you can see it did come down here. Let's make this a bit smaller. So you can see it did come down, it went up and then down again, and it looks to have found its support down around, where was that? Around the $22, $23 level. So potentially it could go on a bit of a bull run now. It's a coin that I'm not personally invested in, so I don't know all that much about it, but it is a popular one out there. I hear lots of people talking about it. So guys, look, we will wrap it up there. There aren't many other questions. If there are, let me know in the Telegram group, or when this video renders and republishes with YouTube after this live stream, then let me know in the comments down below. We'll come back in and answer as many as we can. I am going to get back to sending out newsletters again. I am going to sit down now after this video and write up this week's newsletter and send that out to everyone on my distribution list. There are links to that on my blog if you want to sign up for it at any stage. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. Hopefully this has given you some bit of value. Subscribe, like the video, and I will see you. Do I expect much of a pop-up in Litecoin when LitePay goes into effect at the end of the month? Yep, that is one of the reasons that I think Litecoin won't see a big drop like others have seen after the fork. I think with LitePay coming in, that will continue to push Litecoin up. And that is one of the reasons that I was buying last week as well, before I even knew about the fork, was because I do see good things coming from Litecoin. So again, I don't expect a huge drop after this fork. Could be wrong, but that's my thoughts on it. So thanks for watching, guys. I will talk to you guys on the next video, and I appreciate everyone who tuned in and contributed as well. Talk to you soon, guys.